World Health Organization is predicting a pandemic. If we don't attend to this now, the generation that is there now and the coming generation will suffer immensely. If two people around you are depressed, slowly you will also sink into that if you are willing, you can rewire your brain completely today, daily investing 21 minutes upon their own well-being. Can't we inspire human beings to do something for their own well-being? Being involved in the simple process of life, most people have lost the fundamental spirit of life. Process has overtaken the spirit. How you were as a child. I'm not holding your childhood as an ideal. I'm saying that is the square one of life. If any progress had happened, by now you should be dripping ecstasy. But that didn't happen because the simple processes of life and in turn the reflection of that in your mind, which became psychological processes, have occupied more space within you. If we don't learn to do things playfully, we will carry life as a great burden upon our heads, especially spiritual process. If you don't learn to do it playfully, then you will see people who claim to be spiritual, they look like goats. In the name of spirituality, people have made themselves half-dead people. Spiritual people should be doubly alive, but they're half alive and they claim they're spiritual. So this is very important, especially if you think you're doing something significant. Doing it playfully is very important, otherwise the very burden of carrying something so serious makes you dead serious and you're in the wrong order of life. So today particularly is very important because the world is facing certain situations. There are many aspects to this. One important aspect is the mental health on the planet, the human mental health on the planet is in serious question. When I say in serious question, mental ill health is no more something that happens to somebody far away. Somebody goes crazy. No, we are coming to a time and age where just about anybody can lose their mental balance. It is expected that in the next 15 to 20 years, there may be hardly any family left without at least one mentally ill person. If you look at the statistics in United States and Western Europe, you must understand, don't think only Americans go crazy. They're always first on the list, America first. Everybody else will follow. India is not far behind. 20% of the adults in United States suffer from some kind of diagnosed mental illness. So many others have not been diagnosed, even doctors cannot treat them, they're so they don't go to doctors, they're just… their families and friends will have to bear with their madness. 55%, that is 28 million people with mental illness and no treatment. This is the reality of the world. Every 20 seconds, somebody commits suicide on this planet. Every 40 minutes, a child below 15 years of age commits suicide in India. When children want to kill themselves, we must understand we are doing something fundamentally wrong. When children, who should be bursting with life, they're embodiment of exuberance, but when they want to take their own life, that means we are doing something fundamentally wrong. There are various aspects to this, the type of education that we do, our social situations, and the kind of food we are eating, the kind of atmosphere we're living in, everything adding up. Physical illnesses will come in a big way later, but the first thing that fails is the software. Hardware will also fail after some time. That is also bound to happen, but before that, we hope we'll turn around. But right now, mental illnesses are going through the roof Over 147 million people on the planet are mentally ill. That's not a small number, but that number is increasing by the day. 8.5 trillion cigarettes are rolled per year. That is, on an average, 14 billion cigarettes are consumed per day. We are only 8 billion people. So smoking a cigarette, consuming alcohol or consumption of other kinds of drugs, this is not a moral issue, this is an existential issue. What is it doing to your physiological fabric and your mental fabric? That is the issue. The question is not about whether it's right or wrong. A science magazine conducted certain experiments in United States that the choice was, for 15 minutes, you either sit quietly or you opt for an electric shock. Can you believe this? Over 2/3 of the men preferred an electric shock. 1/4 of the women preferred an electric shock. It's better to have an electric shock than sit quietly. So, this is very important at a time like this, when human beings are on such levels of agitation, such levels of irritation, such levels of fragile mental fabric. Inner engineering acquires a serious significance. Inner engineering is not about changing your attitudes, not about changing your ethic, not about learning a few tricks. This is about changing your very chemistry, making your very chemistry into your blissful chemistry. This is what it is about. This needs to happen to the world. So, as a part of this, I'm requesting all of you, wherever you are, online, and those of you who are here, you must see this happens. Please, let me die with little better percentage. So, this is very important that human beings do something about themselves, daily investing 21 minutes upon their own well-being. Can't we inspire human beings to do something for their own well-being? They don't have to do anything for anybody, for themselves. Hello? So, take it upon yourself, because if you want to live in a wonderful world, if you want to live in at least a sane world, it's important everybody around you is sane.